Hello everyone, my name is Hamza and I am a data scientist and an engineer, and I am also the co-founder of Valerian Technologies. In today's videos, we will talk about Python environment. So we will learn what environments are, why they are important in data science and AI, and how we can create an environment. The sequence of this video will be simple. First, we will understand the theory, and after that, we will do a practical example where we will create an environment using Conda and Python into virtual environment. So let's start. So the topic heading is what is environments. So an environment is a separate space where a Python project runs. It contains its own Python and required libraries. Each project can have its own environment. This prevents conflicts between different projects. Environments helps make projects stable and reproducible. So let me explain in this with a very simple example. On the screen you can see there are three pictures. The three pictures, one of them is a living room, a kitchen, and a bedroom. In a house, we create separate spaces for different tasks. For example, in the kitchen, we keep cooking tools like fans, etc. etc. In the bedroom, we keep things related to sleep like a bed and pillows. And in the living room, we keep things for relaxing or meeting guests. So even though it is one house, it has different rooms for different purposes. Now think of a Python environment like one of these rooms. When we build a data science project, we create a separate environment for the project. Inside that environment, we install the libraries and tools that the project needs. For example, it is a data science project. We may install libraries like pandas, numpy, matplotlib, seaborn, etc. So every project has its own separate environment with its own tools. This makes us keep our projects organized and clean. No, the question is why do we actually need environment? So let's understand this with a very simple example. Imagine you build a house, but inside the house there is only one room. Now you see that some room as a kitchen, a living room, and also a bedroom. So think about it for a moment. Will that be organized? Of course not, because all of the tools will get mixed together. Cooking tools, tools items, and living room furniture, etc., will all be in the same place, and it will become very difficult to manage everything. So that is why in a real house we create separate rooms for different purposes. No, the same idea applies to Python projects. So when we work on multiple projects, each projects may require different libraries or different versions of libraries. For example, one project may need scikit-learn. This is the machine learning library. One project maybe need scikit-learn 3.1, and the another one is need versions 3.2. So if we do not create an environment, all these versions will get mixed in the system, and then Python may become confused about which version it should use. So as a result, our project might not working well and properly. So to avoid this problem, we create separate environments for each project. This keep the libraries, versions, and dependencies organized, and it also makes our project's workflow stable and easy to manage. So now let's talk about the types of environments. So basically, there are three main types to work with environments in Python. The first one is called global environment. So the global environment shares the Python environment system, the Python environments shared by all projects. and not recommended for our real projects. So if we use our house example again, the global environment is like a house that has only one room. In the single room, we do everything. We cook there, we sleep there, and we also sit there. In the same way, in a single environment, we install all libraries, tools, and languages in one place. Everyone goes into the same system Python. Because of that, all projects share the same libraries and the same versions. So, this method is usually not recommended because library from different projects can conflict with each other. So, this is why the global environment is mostly used only for small demos and or simple testing, etc. And the so now let's talk about the second type, which is the virtual environment. The project specific environment prevents libraries conflict, most commonly used by beginners. So this is the second one. Mm, this is the most commonly used environment for beginner, I think. Again, let's think about our house example. So instead of having just one room, we now create separate rooms for different purposes. So we create a kitchen and a bedroom and a living room. Each room has its own tools for its own task. For example, the kitchen contains cooking tools, and the bedroom contains sleeping items. And in the same way, in Python, we create separate environments for different projects. Inside each environment, we install only the libraries that the project needs. This means the library and versions do not mix with uh, others projects. Because of this, virtual environments make projects clean and organized and easy to manage. So that's why most beginners start with virtual environments. So this is the second one. And the third one is Conda environment. So Conda environment popular in data science, manage Pythons and packages together, good for machine learning and scientific libraries. So this environment is very popular among data scientists and machine learning engineers, and I think it many ways. It works similar to a virtual environment. It same to virtual environment. It also creates a separate space for each project where you can install libraries and tools, etc. So the main difference is that Conda uses its own packages manager. So to use Conda environment, we usually install Miniconda and Anaconda, I think. After installing it, we create and manage environments using commands in the terminal or command prompt. So this is why many data scientists and professionals prefer Conda because it manages Python packages and as well as system dependencies. So this is very popular in data science and machine learning domain. For this video, and we will focus on the virtual
Mhm.
environment.
No,
We will
so
see we
now
will see
let's
how to create
see
a
how we
virtual
can
environment,
create a
how
virtual
to
environment
activate it,
and how
and
we
how to
can
install
install
libraries
libraries
inside
inside
it.
it.
We will also
We will
learn how
also see
to check
how
which
to
libraries
activate
and
and
versions
deactivate
are installed
the
in the
environment.
environment
So let's start.
are not installed.
First, open the
So
VS
we
Code
also
and
do it.
create any folder.
No, so now let's move
You
to
can
the
give it
practical
any
part
name
and
you
see
want.
how to create an environment
After
step by step.
creating
So
the
let's go.
folder, open the terminal in VS Code. Terminal, new terminal.
No, we will create our virtual environment. For this example, I will create an environment with the name of machine learning. To create the environment, we run the following command. Command is that Python Python mvenv. So our environment is created in name of DL. Once the environment is created, we need to activate it. To activate the environment, we type simply scripts slash activate. So run it. So you can see the environment is activated. The environment is activated, and no, let's install a library inside this environment. For installing any libraries and kind of Python versions and tools, we simply run it pip install Fondas. So run it. This may take a little time depending on your internet speed. The installation is complete, and we can check which libraries are installed in the environment. For that, we run the command simple pip list. Run it. So you can see there is two libraries installed in our environment. The one is pandas and the another one is Gampe. And this is our Python version. And discover and now finally the libraries are installed in our environment. Now let's see how to deactivate the environment. To deactivate it, we simply type the app deactivate, run it. So after running the command, the environment will be deactivated, and we will return to the normal system environment. So this is the complete process of creating, activating, using, and deactivating a virtual environment in Python.